Hi everyone, how you doing? This is Garnett, and this is another segment of musical wisdom. I know I haven't been on in a while. It's been kind of crazy on my end. I've been doing a lot of late night rehearsals and playing out, and more importantly, being a husband and a dad. So with that being said, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I got an email with somebody wanted me to do a video on lead sheets and how to play them and how to understand them. All right. Okay, a lead sheet, just to break it down in the simplest form, is like a Cliff Notes version of a tune. If that makes any sense. Um, Now, a lead sheet is different than a regular piece of music, like sheet music, where you have like a bass clef and treble clef. I don't know if you could see this properly, but this is I believe this is Czerny. But as you can see here, you have you know treble clef here, right? And you have a bass clef here, and this creates something called grand staff, right? So the right hand part is out, and the left hand part is written out, right? So everything's pretty much intricate, and everything is just written so you can play it, right? A lead sheet is completely different. A lead sheet is like this. As you can see here, there's only one staff here, and that's where you get the melody from. So you play the melody, right? It has the lyrics and stuff in this case, and then these things up on the top here, the C major 7, E minor 7, flat 5. Those are your chord symbols, right? Now, if you need help with chords and stuff, like chord symbols and what notes they are and stuff, you can check out looknohands.com. I tell everybody about that website. It's very, very helpful. It's looknohands.com. It's all one word, and I'll put it in the description below so you can just go to it and check it out. All right. So lead sheets again are just like the Cliff Note version of a song, right? So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna read the first two measures. All right. Here we go. All right. I'll do it again. All right. Now, all I did there was just read. I just read the melody, right? The melody is like the top note. It's pretty much the highest note I'm gonna play, and then I voiced the chord underneath it. So with that C major 7, I just have the G on the top, and then just to make it simple, I have C, B, and E, right? So that spells out a C major 7 in the simplest form, right? The next chord is an E minor 7 flat 5 chord, right? The B flat's in the melody, right? So then what I did here is I filled in the rest of the chord with whatever notes are in that chord. So in this case, I have E, D, and G, right? So that's my E minor 7 flat 5 chord. All right, the next chord is an A7, A dominant 7, flat, actually sharp 5. So, right? So I have an A in the melody, I have A in the bass, G, C sharp, D sharp, and A in the melody, as I said before, right? And then the D sharp goes up to E to make it an A7 chord, A dominant 7 chord, right? So the melody goes like this, and I fill in the chords this way. Right? So again, that's just those chords in its basic form. Like it's nothing crazy like right? Again, the chord voicings and stuff are up to they're open for interpretation. However you want to play it, as long as it's the right chord, harmonically, I guess. think with reading your lead sheets, I just think that the more you look at it, the more you read it, the easier it'll become. Again, that's like one of the easiest things to kind of, get started on in terms of reading. And then, going to that website, looknohands.com, will definitely, help in terms of knowing your chords and building up your chord vocabulary. Like with that website, you probably might catch, voicings like your basic voicings and stuff. But then you can also check out my other videos and check out how to voice them differently and create different colors and stuff. I hope this is helpful. I know I'm kind of in a rush. My daughter is asleep, so I want to make sure I get this video in before she wakes up. All right. You can check me out on Twitter, GFlat, GEEPHLAT, or subscribe to my channel, YouTube. Again, GEEPHLAT, or hit me up on Facebook in the inbox. Garnett Walters. There's a picture of me playing a keyboard or whatever. All right. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, concerns, or whatever, please feel free to write. All right. Music is infinite. Later.